stuff we had saved up from the past however many years, we could have really slapped one together, you know, just acoustic, blah, blah, you know. But it was more important to actually come up with stuff and write together as a band.
Leah gave me this book of Edgar Allan Poe poems, and there was a short story in that called The Devil in the Belfry, and one of the lines was beating the devil's tattoo, and it just sounded bizarre, so I looked it up and found there's a lot of meanings to that. In the end, it was just like a restless spirit rattling inside of your skin, and it seems pretty appropriate for this record, and most people's heads are at these days. It was a bit like starting over with Leah. We didn't really have a clear idea where it was going to go, because I guess we'd written as a band with Nick, our old drummer. So whenever you put in someone new into the mix, it's going to kind of have its own kind of, you know, direction. So the thing was kind of important to not have any plan and not really like stand in the way of wherever.
Do you know anything about our history? Have you been a part of MC? Have you been a part of RC? I know RC and MCs are different, but I mean, did he have that stepping stone? So, I mean, there's a lot of factors at play. So to me, like I said, if you are looking, you know, for me personally, there is the big 5 clubs. If they're around in your area, they deserve the respect to be spoken to. I mean, they don't have to have a mentality that, you know, we're fucking almighty, but I mean, they deserve to be chatted upon. And like I said, if you had discussions on opening up a chapter, I mean, it's just having a discussion. Maybe they would want you to hang around for a bit, maybe want to see what you're like. Well, I think, like I said, the clubs in general, I think we all grown from the past. I think we all learned the lessons from the past.
Yeah.
We've pretty much grown as a culture for the actions that we've placed them back in the past. I mean, the governments and spouse forces can say this about us, but it's okay for them to provoke war and then bomb countries and cities over away. So, I mean, you know, how can you think we all grown from the past? I think we all learned the lessons from the past, the same thing.
Yeah. That part goes down, allows this to come out, and that's an actual bowl that you could smoke out of. Tobacco, of course. Probably the only one in the world, one of two maybe. In 2012, I did a series of documentaries for the Mocha LA called The Art of Punk. They were short documentaries about the art behind Dead Kennedys, Black Flag, and Crass. I did that with a guy named Brian Ray Turcott, who has the largest punk collection in the world, and he really inspired me. We came across a photo album that belonged to one of the Straight Satans, and the way it's put together was like a piece of art. Photos labeled, newspaper clippings. This is our Class 2 bank vault, 9 inches of cement all around and a 4,000-pound door. It's where the archive is stored. There's about 35,000 pieces in here. These are all basically photo albums on the sides. This side as well. This is where all the textiles go. This is 60,000 feet of 16 millimeter film from the 1960s.